Hi everybody, welcome back. Thanks for joining me again today. We're here for another Fundamentals of Functional Movement flow. So today's flow, just to give you a heads up, we're doing some of my favorite movement patterns, but they're a little bit challenging. I'm going to give you lots of adaptations that you can do with them, but don't be surprised if the first few times you try this flow, it's a little bit tricky. We do these movements a lot in the clinic when we do our Fundamentals of Functional Movement class, and they do get better with repetition fairly quickly, but it takes a little bit of getting used to because they're not movements that we necessarily practice, even though we should be practicing them, okay? You're going to see on the screen here that you can click ahead to the adaptations if you already want to go immediately to the adaptations, or if we start and you're questioning what you can do if you have, say a sore shoulder or elbow, et cetera, et cetera. So you can click ahead to those. Otherwise, I'm going to take you through the entire flow today. It's actually kind of two flows put together, so it's a little bit longer than normal. But you can do this flow for somewhere between about 6 and 10 minutes straight to get through all the exercises multiple times. All right. So with that said, off we go. For this flow, you're going to start lying on your side. You can put a pillow under your head if you have a sore shoulder or anything like that. And we're going to start with our gravity-assisted arm circles here. So we're going to get onto the floor, okay? We're going to take our top arm, and we're going to do a big arm circle with a rotation. Now, the goal here is to get the chest open, and you should be able to get more range than, say, you would when you're not on the ground, okay? So let gravity drop your arm backwards here, all the way around. You should feel a nice big stretch in your chest. If it's too much of a stretch, you can always bend your elbow as you come back. All right, so 3 big arm circles, 1, 2, and 3. And then we're going to do 3 side sit reaches. And again, I'll give you adaptations to these further on in the video. So the full side sit reach looks like this. Take your top hand down. You're going to push yourself all the way up into side sit. And you're going to reach that arm all the way up to the sky. And you're going to come back down. And we're going to do it again 3 times. 1, back down, 2, back down, and 3, back down. Okay? We're going to swing ourselves over to the other side and repeat exactly the same pattern on the other side. All right? Starting on the ground. 3 big arm circles. You can have your hand under your head or on a pillow, whatever's comfortable. 1, 2, and 3 big opening in the chest. Okay, side sit reaches. Push yourself up using that top arm. Reach way up to the sky. Come back down. Again, this is the hardest level. I'll show you the adaptations in just a minute, okay? Reach up, back down, reach up, back down. So 3 arm circles lying on your side, 3 side sitting reaches. We're going to come up into a kneeling position. Okay. We're going to put 1 foot up into a split kneel. Hand comes down to the ground on the opposite side. Reach way up. Open that trunk. Hand comes to ear, Push the opposite arm forward. I call these sprinklers, right? So just like your sprinkler, push one arm back. Push the other arm forward like you're saying stop. Okay, come back down and do it again. Reach up and push forward, twist back. 3 of them. 1. Push, 2, push, 3, push. Okay, we're going to go to the other side, but in between, we're going to get into our gorilla position, flat back, chest is tall. Tuck those feet under, lift the knees. You're going to hold 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If that's easy, you're going to do 6 shoulder taps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to come up to the other side, and we repeat again. Down to the ground, up and reach. Hand to elbow, hand to ear. Sorry, guys. My brain is mush today. Reach up to the sky. 2, 1 more. Reach up to the sky, and 3. Okay, so you'll see as we go that whole flow is written up there, so you can see all the exercises listed, but that's the whole flow. You go back to the beginning, you lie on your side. Okay, so I'm going to show you adaptations now. Lying on your side, again, if your shoulder sore or anything's uncomfortable, put a pillow under your head. If your hip is uncomfortable, try and put a pillow underneath there and see if that helps take some of the pressure off. From here, arm circles. If the full arm circle is too uncomfortable and too much of a stretch, bend your elbow to shorten the lever and do it with a bent elbow. 1, 2, and 3. These are really, really good chest opening exercises, which is so important for that hunched Parkinson's posture. Really, really good postural exercise here, okay? For our side sit, some of you may find that you can't just push yourself up into a side sit. That's fine. So what you're going to do, option number 1, you're going to push with your top hand, come onto your other elbow, okay? Push with your top hand, come onto your hand, okay? If you get here and you're like, Naomi, there is no way I can lift this bottom hand, I'm going to fall. What you're going to try and do is shift all your weight over towards your hips and see if you can just lift it for a quick second, okay? Quick second and come back down. So that's one adaptation. Come back down and you do it again, okay? Let's say you're here and you just cannot get up. What you're going to do is actually use your top leg for momentum. So I'm going to lift my leg and I'm going to bend it to my chest and kick it out to help push me up into a side sit position. So you can use this in combination with your elbow sit as well, So push, you can come up to your elbow, use your leg, push to come up to your hand. It helps give you that momentum to get up. The hardest part in Parkinson's is often getting that initial movement pattern getting started, right? So this should help. You can see how functional this exercise is when you're trying to get in and out of bed, when you're trying to move around in bed, you're trying to get up off the floor, et cetera, et cetera. So a really, really good functional exercise to practice. If you can't do it perfectly or it's really hard, that's probably even more reason to practice it. All right. For your kneeling, okay, if you can't kneel, super simple. Do it in standing. Reach down to your knee, reach opposite arm, and into your sprinkler. This takes a little more balance, okay, but if you can't kneel, it's a good option. Widen your feet to make it a little bit easier. If you need to hold on to a wall while you do this, totally fine. For your gorilla, last adaptation of the day, if you can't do your lift and hold, you're just going to lift and drop. So I'm going to show you the sideways so you can see. Nice flat back. You're going to lift, drop back down. Lift, drop back down for 6 of them. Okay. And back down. Again, if you have sore knees and you can't do this on the ground, you just do it on a box. Okay. So you get onto a box, you get your knees out, you either do your shoulder taps here, okay, or you just hold for 6, or you can drop your knees down a little bit and come back up. Okay, so lots of adaptations there. Hopefully one of those works for you. Please let me know if you're doing these, if you're enjoying them. If you have questions, just write them underneath, comment underneath, and I will be sure to respond to you. Let me know how they're going. Let me know if you're managing them, if you're finding them challenging, too easy, etc., etc. I'd love to hear from you guys. Again, I'm not sending emails out every time these videos come out, so please, please, please subscribe to the channel so that you get notified every time a new video comes out. I hope you guys enjoyed the flow today. 6 to 10 minutes. Have a blast. Very functional movements, and we will see you again next week. See you later.